All right, Gareth? Yeah, it's David Moyes, he's expecting you. All right, son. Speak to you later. Hello, and welcome to Unboxed. I'm Poet. This is the show where we get football, we get fashion, and we get music. And we incorporate all three of them, and we speak about it here. And we have this wonderful show called Unboxed. Okay, what I need you lot to do is send pictures in of you wearing 3 items of clothing. Here's an example of how I would like it done. Do you see what he's done there? 3 items of clothing, a nice full body shot. I can see all of it, and that is the perfect example of how I feel I need it done. So please send them in, hashtag Unboxed, at Copper90. You can even at me if you like, so I can see it as well. I'll probably see them because they're at Copper90 anyway. But at Copper90, hashtag Unboxed, send your pics in. Groovy, baby. All right. Guess time. You'll never guess who it is. This individual, I love very dearly. He's like a brother to me. He's one half of a duo. This individual also has a segment on BBC Radio 1 Extra on Cameo Show. For those who love grime, I'm sure he will appeal to you. He's quite good looking, this guy. Let's show some love for Mitch as he brings his own chair. You bring your own chair. You bring your own chair. Come and sit down, son. You have to bring your own chair sometimes. You have to. Come on, come in.
Hello.
Mitch, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I've been better, to be fair.
Why?
I feel like I'm coming down with something, a cold, and it happens to be summertime, which is always quite confusing.
It's always the worst thing.
Would you like to give us a bit of an insight to who you are as an individual?
I go by the name of Mitch, as he explained earlier. I run a site called mitchandsuave.com. We're also part of a duo. Look at the dance. Yeah, I'm also part of a duo. Suave can't be here. Don't know where he is. He's somewhere though. Look out for him as well. And yeah, we're heavily into football. We've also got another show coming out called Kebabs, Lads and Shimpads, which is coming on Sky. Make sure you check that out. And yeah, I'm familiar with football. Since
you're in my house, we play by my rules.
Fair enough.
There's a particular way in which we do things on Unboxed. When you come, I ask you what team you support. What team do you support?
I support Tottenham Hotspur.
Once I found out that monstrosity, I then ask you to present your worst and your best shirts from the era and the time in which you've been supporting Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay.
We're gonna start off bad,
yeah,
and end on a brighter note.
My worst Spurs shirt is this. As you can see, I don't even like touching it. Do you want to touch it?
Not really, I think you should place it on the table.
I'll place it on the table.
What does this Spurs shirt represent? What era is it from? What fond memories do you have, if any?
It represents the 99-2000 season, the likes of
Tim Sherwood.
Tim Sherwood?
Yeah.
I don't like to speak about him. We got the likes of Ginola wearing this, you know, kind of got to his head, and then he went and did L'Oreal commercials. We had Sol Campbell. Traded us. There's another reason I really hate Sol.
Come on, Campbell!
Can't stand that. Yeah, Sol Campbell wore this, hated him, and it also represented the fact that we were soft, and we had that guy called Teddy up front.
That makes sense.
It does. So, you know, there was a lot of bad memories that came with this. The only part I liked about it was Adidas. It was one of the big, you know, brands that got involved with us, but then they left because we was rubbish.
Alan Nilsson, didn't he score a winner, I believe, against Leicester City in a cup final? It might have been Leicester, it might have been Aston Villa.
I believe your memory is better than mine. You're not a better Spurs knower than me, but your memory is actually better than mine. I don't remember that.
I feel like there is some achievements you can take from this.
Yeah, but the achievements were mostly finishing 11th and 12th, so I'm not really, you know, gonna have a look at this. In fact, it's getting on my nerves and I don't want to look at it no more, so I'm gonna throw that down there. How about that?
Give us a shirt which gives you good memories.
All right.
Of present day, because every day is a gift.
Beauty. Look at this. This is a beauty right here. Spurs, autonomy, Puma, beautiful. Would you like to know why?
Why? I would love to know why.
This represents Spurs in the Champions League. This represents Gareth Bale, hat-trick, San Siro. This represents us getting to the quarterfinals and then getting knocked out by someone that plays for us now. Okay, I'm not seeing this going the way I wanted it to go. But I like this shirt, it's a very nice shirt. Puma actually got involved with us. We left the Kappa era behind and all of that jazz. And it's a nice shirt, I like it.
Can you give us a fond memory or your best memory from in the Champions League whilst you're wearing this jersey? Is there a particular match which you remember and you loved? I
think it's definitely the one I mentioned. It was Gareth Bale scoring that hat-trick at the San Siro. It was a big game. I had this on, kissing it for dear life. I was loving it. And yeah, it was a big game, and it was something that actually made us get through. We went to the next round and did our thing.
You actually lost that game 4-3, but it's nice to know that Gareth Bale scored a hat-trick.
But you know, he made history.
He did make history. It's good to make history. And now he'll be doing it for another club. Take that jersey off my table. As you see, I have something beautiful here. I don't want to tarnish the table. Okay, away from the Spurs shirts onto items of clothing other than football jerseys. Even though we're not in America, we shouldn't say jerseys, do you know what I mean? Please bring out your first item or your second item of clothing for us to witness.
I want to see my second item.
Yanini why? No,
The Blazers.
Stop. No. Now, obviously, this seems to be a common theme with Spurs fans because Reese, #AVB. Little man has only taken out the same fashion swag as Mr. Mitch to my left. It must be a Spurs fan thing.
It is.
Talk to me about this blazer.
Blazers right now, they're very popular, especially among young culture. But the beauty is, people from all different ages wear them. You've got older people in their middle age, 20s, young people like Reese, and they're very fashionable. They go with anything. You can wear them with jeans, you can wear them with tracksuit bottoms. I'm not wearing tracksuit bottoms right now, but you can wear them with tracksuit bottoms. Another beautiful thing about Blazers is they're very, very comfortable.
They came out in 1973.
They did indeed.
It's now 2013.
Yep.
Why are they a popular trainer again, especially amongst youth culture?
I'm definitely going for the fact that they're very casual. Vintage things are in fashion. The whole point of vintage is it goes out of fashion, comes back into fashion, goes out, comes back in. So this just happens to be the year, well, actually it got popular last year, but it just happens to be that time period where they're actually coming back into fashion.
Now,
Bye.
please take out the next item of clothing. We can see that you have lots of monies.
All right, I'm gonna dig into my pocket and pull out something that actually contains money. So it's funny that you said that.
Oh.
It's a wallet. It's kind of beat up. Let's not pay attention to that. Let's pay attention to this little emblem here. Vivienne Westwood. Westwood, you have to like, and I ain't talking about Tim, obviously. Westwood is actually a very brand that I actually admire. It's British, which is always good. You have to shout out the British.
You have
it's not
to.
good to pay, we've got the Puma shirts in there, we've got the Blazers, which are Nike, but you have to shout out British brands. You have to, innit?
Have you got any other stuff which
Yes.
relates to this brand called Vivienne? She seems like a very nice woman.
We have a tie. Vivienne Westwood tie, it says Chaos on it. It's one of the brands that she actually had, sub-brands coming off of her line, and you can find it in your Selfridges, your Liberties, but I'm gonna stop shouting those stores out. There's another item. Should I get my last item?
You should get that last item. And
Let's
this is
get my
all
last
part of the final item because it's all by the same brand. Vivienne, you're a very nice woman.
There you go. A waistcoat. Imagine that.
All right, Mitch, you've worn all this Vivienne.
Yep.
Mrs. Westwood. Why, in opposed to an Adidas or a Reebok, another brand, why did you bring in this Miss Vivienne Westwood?
Because Vivienne Westwood is actually the choice of class among footballers. A lot of young footballers and legends like Frank Lampard have been spotted wearing Vivienne Westwood as of late. She caters to the men, as you can see. Vivienne Westwood man, it's her man line. And it's just something that's really gives a bit of class and elegance rather than your generic sporting brands.
Frank Lampard, absolute legend.
Definitely.
If he's wearing it,
Can't go wrong, really, can you?
can't go wrong. All right, well, thank you for coming.
Pleasure.
Definitely appreciate you being here. But as you know, it is my house, it is my office. This is the carpet within an office. And sometimes I like my space, like I'm Tom. Give him a round of applause for coming. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. Take a chair with you. All right, everyone, I'm Poet. This has been Unboxed. And that's the phone ringing. Hello, Poet's line. Moisey, I can't deal with the moaning. Rooney's going, Bale's coming. Got the bright side of life. Could be a Spurs fan. Poet's line. Moisey, look, if Rooney wants to go, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, I have heard about Arsenal, but you're getting Gareth Bale. All right, mate, son? All right, just please, bye.